Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Mixlife 59, right? Yeah. Ignore the Back to the Future business on the title there. I just really honestly couldn't think of anything, and I just woke up right before the show. So we have another wonderful hour of not content to push on with you. But Rick's here with me. Say hello.
Wonderful in quotes. Feel like
Right.
we got to add the air quotes.
We do. We do need to. We do need to. Let's go, Mr. Burgundy. Rui? Is it? I'm probably saying it wrong. Gareth Martin. Good to see you guys. We're just getting started here. I've been kind of slowly still like dragging my feet on working on the office area, so I'm still in my like temporary setup. But hopefully by next weekend I'll actually be up and functional. And after the show today, I'm gonna go shopping for shelves, so I can actually, like do stuff. Right? Oh, thanks, Graham. Graham.
No, I finally I ran out of shelving space, so I had to get another like gorilla rack, and now I got a bunch of empty like nail polish shelves, and they're just sitting there mocking me. So I'll probably order more flavors I don't need. It's going to be all sorts of fun.
Yeah, I need to order some of those nail polish racks, but like I'm kind of like intimidated by the number I need, right? Like how many I need of them.
Yeah, no, I mean it's fucking terrifying. Like I don't know where my life has gone this wrong that I have these many goddamn nail polish racks around me. I've made some poor choices, and here we are.
Yeah, I think what I'll just start doing is on payday, like order like four every payday for like a while until I have enough. Because if I buy them all at once, it's like $300, $400 worth of them. Because they were like $20 a piece, right?
I've been getting them for about $10 off Amazon Prime. They're just like the let's see. I have an empty one here, which means I need to step my game up. But it's just like the acrylic one. They hold about 80 10-milliliter bottles.
That's perfect. But then I only need 30 of those to hold everything.
Maybe you should have less flavors.
Maybe you should.
Well, obviously, that's the entire point I've been making. It just makes me feel like I've wasted my life.
My last name. Yeah, I probably still mispronounce it, really. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm American and uneducated, right? So I mispronounce everything. See, Effectify gets it. We need to get more. I do need to get more flavors because there's a whole bunch of new stuff coming out that I want to get my hands on.
See, not everybody can just live in their mixing closet and keep on spamming the same 3 pictures of it.
Right. No, exactly. It's pretty. I mean, because it's mixing collection. I feel like he's kind of hit like a threshold. I think he's the only person I know of offhand that has more than I do. It is kind of a disease. It's pretty terrible.
Obviously a disease. Apexifide is like one of my like top 3 favorite people, and every time he posts that picture of his mixing setup, I just want to call him a coward for keeping it all in a closet. Just let that shit spread, man. Just let it fan out.
Go wide with it. It'll be all right. Need to understand me all that big train. Get at me after the show. I'll see what I can do.
Although I am excited, I did finally, like at the last minute, took advantage of that chef sale they were having and ordered botanical gin and tonic water, and they only had the 30s left. So, God, I hope that stuff's good.
The gin is really nice, dude. I haven't got to the tonic water yet, but the gin is super nice.
Like, if the gin isn't garbage, I'm not even going to be mad about Flavor Monks being awful because, like, I liked the Flavor Monks, like, spins on gin and stuff like that, but, like, it wasn't anything particularly compelling. I basically like their pure gin and their gin and tonic. So if there's a good tonic flavor and a good gin flavor that doesn't involve me literally sending an arm and a leg to Belgium, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, they're just too hard to source, but I think like Vape Train's like a good middle ground. It's not quite as good as like the Flavor Monks pure gin, but it's pretty close. Like, and it's a little boozier, right? Like all the other Vape Train like boozy notes, right? It's got those like I'm bordering on like vodka undertone.
So what you're saying is your next recipe is going to be the gin and sour defeat. I think that's probably a pretty good jumping off point.
Man, getting like a real sour mix would actually be pretty difficult. What do you think about that?
Well, you'd have to have something that actually like was sour without being like terrible, like malic or citric acid.
Well, exactly. Like, and not completely trash your coils and whatever. So even if it tasted great, like for the first 5 puffs, you're just vaping like crust off the top of your coil after the fact.
So, how much have you fucked around with Flavora's sour apple? Because I've been really liking that, and whatever they're doing for sour doesn't seem to just be malic acid. It seems to be working pretty well.
Yeah, the sour apple is weird. I mean, I get like it's more tart than sour to me, but I mean, it's super good. I really like their sour apple. I just wish like it has like, oh, Dave's going to be joining us, I guess.
Let's see what kind of international incident he can start today.
Well, he said he wants to pitch that idea that he talked about in the other thing.
So which version of this Ramos Fizz is this, DeMillan? Was this the one that you sent me earlier with like the 1% placeholders? Just trying to figure that out. But yeah, also gin and grapefruit. Highly underrated. My go-to drink back when I was a degenerate was gin and soda with a splash of grapefruit juice.
I get behind that. Maybe with like Flavor West pink grapefruit as the base, just because Inawares is so pulpy. I think I love their white grapefruit, but the pulp in it I think would throw me off.
I actually really like.
Rind, maybe.
Yeah, I really like Flavor West Ruby Red Grapefruit, but it's a little hard to work with. It's pretty sharp.
I mean, let's be real. I would probably just use pink guava.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know, just talk about my own recipes or whatever, but like I still mix up some of my Tarok recipe, which actually uses the Ruby Red Grapefruit for like the body of the grapefruit, and then it has those like citra hops kind of like top notes from the pink guava. I think it works out pretty well. So
yeah, I think it does. I mean, the Flavora's pink guava is really a lot more like, it's really way closer to grapefruit than guava to me. So, which isn't bad at all.
It's excellent. Okay, I'll try to track that down. More cross chat with DeMillan, but she's been working on her Ramos Gin Fizz for a while, and it sounds really, really interesting. So,
really?
Gin and rhubarb? Hell yeah, gin and rhubarb, especially if you make like if you make your own like sour mix with rhubarb, like just make like a simple syrup with some chunks of rhubarb in there, and then like obviously filter it out and shit, mix that with gin and soda water or even tonic. It's absolutely delicious.
Well, thanks for fucking up the rest of my day, because now I'm gonna have to go taste that. I think I'd have to use Cupcake World's rhubarb though. Inawares is too weird. I like it a lot, but it's just so weird, and it's too like fresh rhubarb, right?
Yeah, I actually got the Cupcake World in a while ago, but I just picked up the vape train, just straight rhubarb. I know they have like a rhubarb compote, but I think the only one on both city flavors was the actual normal rhubarb.
I think I have both. I don't know. All my vape train stuff is still upstairs. I haven't even moved it down here.
I mean, it smells good. And after using that Cupcake World rhubarb and a couple things I'm screwing around with, like I could see using that instead of the Inaware stuff, because that Inaware is just the sharper part. You can actually get some flavor out of. Smells good. And after using that Cupcake. Oh, now I can hear an echo.
Yeah, Dave forgot to turn off his playback.
That's
Morning,
okay.
Dave.
I really do that.
Oh, you're really quiet, dude.
See if I can fix that.
Hang on a minute.
We need more Dave, more louder. Let's do that.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah. Well, I can hear you guys well now.
A little better. Your mic volume is still low though.
I can fix that.
There we go. We were just talking about gin and rhubarb, Dave. Not your weird porno marketing plan.
Oh, well, carry on. Don't let me interrupt.
No, but I actually like that cupcake rolled rhubarb quite a bit because you can get some actual flavor out of it before you're just overwhelmed with tartness, which is nice. It lets you use like rhubarb more as like a primary note as opposed to just an accent on top of something a lot like bigger and bolder.
Yeah, because in a way, it's like you hit like diminishing returns really early at like 0.5%, and then after that, it just starts to go to like a weird green celery, and then if you go even farther, it turns into like wet salad, right? Like gross wet salad that sat out on the counter for a week. That's what it tastes like. It's terrible.
Just sprinkled in like lemon juice too. Like the tartness is just out of control. I actually have been kind of screwing around with. I don't know if it's going to come together because God knows it's a weird recipe, but I've been screwing around with a raspberry and rhubarb creamsicle because it sounded like a good idea at the time.
Raspberry and rhubarb is really good together. I've always been a fan of that.
Like flavor art raspberry and Inawara rhubarb together is absolutely phenomenal. So I'm trying to see if I can get another combination that I like that isn't quite as aggressive and in your face with it.
Yeah, the chef's choice rhubarb is just so much more manageable. I hardly ever touch the Inawara anymore.
Hey guys, is it better?
Yeah, that's a little better.
A little better. I'm still playing with my stuff. I'm sorry.
God damn it.
Down settings.
We are professionals here.
Right. It wouldn't be an episode of Mixlife if we didn't fuck something up, right?
It's pretty much just a normal day for me. It's not a normal day for me unless I fuck something up. So let's get this going.
Exactly, right? Yeah, I haven't pissed anybody off yet today. We haven't caused any international vaping incidents yet. So, Dave, if you've got any fuck yous to get out of your system.
I just need to turn this, whatever this levels is up. It's already turned all the way up. No.
Just throat the microphone.
Yeah, you're good at that, right?
Ah!
I was really terrified what was going to happen to my ears just now.
I don't understand why it's not louder.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, okay. Well, did you guys specify which rhubarb you're talking about here? Because I just finished talking about Flavora rhubarb the other day and yesterday, I guess. And
Yeah, we were talking about
PTSD from talking about Flavora rhubarb. It's bad enough to taste it and then to talk about it afterwards. It just brings up all the flashes.
Oh yeah, you might be on your camera mic, Dave. If you can switch this, check the source in Hangouts. We're not using the Zoom Gram.
oh, check the source in Hangouts.
Yeah, the little dial up by the hang up button. Because I don't think you're on your Snowball.
Underneath, like the little gear thing for settings, it should let you see which microphone you're using and all that shit.
Why are there 3 choices for Blue Snow?
All right, how about now?
There we go. Oh,
that sounds better.
That's much better.
Right. For some reason, there were 3 different blue snowballs listed. I just had to pick the right one.
Oh, there you go. All right, well, that's better.
I'm proud.
No, we talked about Inaware rhubarb and Chef's Choice / Cupcake World rhubarb. I like Cupcake World probably better than all the rest of them. Inaware is good for like an accent. Flavora is good if you want wet vegetation.
No, it's not. It's not good for anything, actually.
Well, I said if you want wet vegetation, right? It's terrible. Otherwise,
it's terrifying.
Maybe I just need to make a dilution and revisit it, right? I think it's just one of those that they made overly potent, like a few others.
Could be that.
I mean, lovage is the same way, right? Like, unless you use it in a tobacco at under 0.25%, right? It's gonna like fucking ruin your life. Somebody wrote me the other day and said, I bought lovage for one of your tobacco recipes and I tried it solo. Why didn't you warn me not to do that? Right. So they vaped it like 1% by itself, and I was like, "Ooh, God, did you smell it first? Like, why would you even try that?
Why didn't you tell me not to do that?"
Like, it could be a tip off that it's darker and thicker than molasses.
Yeah, it is.
It comes out like goo, like a gel out of the bottle.
Like, I've just started adding 1 drop of lovage to my mixes so I can tell if I've shaken them up enough. Because it will seriously just leave like a ribbon through your juice until you shake the bottle for like a half hour.
So now you can measure your shaking ability.
Right.
Excellent.
It's got pretty ripped forearms. I bet it just hammers that out in no time. Oh Lord! All right, we got that all figured out. What were we talking about before? It was gin, right? Gin. Here's
Yeah, we're talking about gin.
Our awkward mid-show silence moment.
I ordered that gin from Chef's too. It's
Good.
on the way.
You guys like it.
And the tonic, of course, because what are you gonna do without the tonic?
Like, how the fuck do you order the botanical gin and not order the tonic?
Well, I've got I'm not going to use the tonic because I'm doing another elderflower with it. So,
My God.
oh my God.
I actually set my my Parma Violet off to Rin Vapes because she seems super into it. So that's where some of my Decadent Vapor stuff is slowly migrating out to.
To Rin?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. I love that Parma Violets, man. I could vape it all day.
Well, it's like the purple version of Cherry Blossom, and I don't like Cherry Blossom all that much to start with, so I don't necessarily need a different shade of Cherry Blossom.
It's good. It's got that cool like chalky candy thing going on when you really crank it up, which is like pretty neat.
Captain Secure over here talking up chalky candy.
Right. Captain Sakura. What the fuck?
Dude, you don't come to me for any material. I just throw out insults. Most of them aren't going to make sense.
It's all good. It's all good. I mean, that's why you're here, right?
It's to get the people going.
Right.
Can
so
I say that?
Smash the like button or whatever, right?
Yeah, smash the like. Oh shit! Can I say backdoor sluts on this show, or is it like a family show, or do you have like Sunday blue laws against that sort of thing?
Say that one more time.
Can I say backdoor sluts on this show?
Well, you've already said it. Now we're here.
So would you like to explain your idea here?
Well, it's sort of.
Did you guys read this in chat just now? Well, I've got an amp shell vibrator for the shells that would be a good right for mixing juice.
Oh, see, I didn't start it. Somebody else started it.
Just like fucking watch that shit first, though, my dude.
Yeah, make sure. I mean, because you don't want to get a little bit of your special.
Just one for me, one for the juice. One for me, one for the juice.
Do you million? No, not usually. I don't really keep flavors that I know I won't ever use, but I do kind of have like a sickness where I believe that I will use almost everything. And if I try something and it seems horrible, I can't not believe that I just did something wrong and I need to try it again and again until I make it work. So anyways, sorry.
Yeah, no, like I have a bunch of flavors I will probably never ever use again after testing them. And I mean, 99% of the time I'd be fine just throwing the damn bottle out, but I think I'd rather just let them slowly die on a shelf because they deserve it.
That's good. Well, and once you start doing like commercial development, like you never know when you're gonna have like a weird request from somebody where they only want like they want some obscure thing for you to develop, right? So you need to have all the tools you can get to do that.
So about the special white sauce, I'm pretty sure protein isn't going to aerosolize. I think it's too heavy and denatures. So you're probably safe.
You're probably looking at some coil gunking, though.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So my idea sprang from this, all the trouble with the candy labels that appeal to kids. It was just going to the opposite end of the spectrum and make sure everyone knows it's only for adults.
Right. So Dave tried to pitch us on launching a juice line called Backdoor Sluts, right? He thinks it's
right. I think it's a great idea. You have to have 9 of them because, Backdoor Sluts 9 makes Crotch Capers 3 look like Naughty Nurses 2. And so I tried to come up with some like preliminary, like Backdoor Sluts Apple Bottom, Backdoor Sluts Peach Emoji, Backdoor Sluts Fruity Booty, Backdoor Sluts Balloon Nut Bubblegum, Backdoor Sluts Chocolate Starfish, that's my favorite. Backdoor Sluts Beach Bum, Backdoor Sluts Cornhole Pudding, Backdoor Sluts Gapey Grape, and then of course Backdoor Sluts 9. There had to be 8 of them preceding that. So but I don't know. I think it'll sell.
Yeah, probably in Russia, right? Like,
all I need is the right Instagram model.
Well, you got Rick here.
Yeah, I mean, I have zero shame, so yeah, that should work out.
Rick in a thong. How's your twerking skills, Rick?
Surprisingly competent.
Yes. All right, so I got the model. I got some people working on recipes. I think this is going to work.
All right. Well, there you go. Now you just need to find money, right?
No, really. There's a co-packer who'll do it real cheap for a cut of the profits, if any. Do a small run just to see how well it does.
I feel like that's the kind of thing where you drive into like, oh, let's go Albuquerque, New Mexico, and there's like some janky looking vape shop, and they sell a shit ton of their house juice, which is named Backdoor Sluts. Like, it seems like a regional thing, like it would catch on.
There are like this. I live in a town of about 50,000, right next to a town of about 30,000. There are about 7 or 8 vape shops. I could probably make a living just selling Backdoor Sluts juice to those vape shops.
We don't even have it. We don't even actually have a vape shop here in this town or the next town over.
We got a super spooky head shop in Pullman that has like a sign for naked juice and then hookahs. Like that's about as close to a vape shop as you get until you like.
Do you actually get out of your car in Pullman? Because I wouldn't.
Oh, dude, it's a college town. It's fine. Pullman isn't too bad.
I don't know. It's pretty out there, man.
It's where WSU is. Those college students are all drunk and harmless.
It's not the college kids. It's like the local yokels.
But like we're in like wheat farming territory, so our locals aren't that like. There's a bunch of gentleman farmers and a couple rednecks scattered. It's not like Yakima or something.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I mean, I'm kind of out in the middle of nowhere, but I talk about Molenberry. Molenberry is another company I need to get more stuff from. I tried them like 4 or 5 years ago, and they all seemed good, but like they were hard to source back then. So now that they're a little more available, we need to take a second look at them.
I grabbed a. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. No,
I was gonna say I grabbed a couple the last time I ordered nicotine from Vapors Tech, and their Mexican cactus tastes too much like dandelions, which is kind of a bummer. I wasn't impressed with their mango. I haven't tried their pineapple yet. That's the other one that I picked up.
all right. Hang on. I got to do like a normal person thing here for a second.
So that's it. You haven't tried that pear that people are talking about?
No, I don't know.
Chocolate.
I feel like I just get lazy with buying new shit because I've always theoretically got this big pile of stuff I feel obligated to talk about first. But apparently Mullenberry pineapple is okay, so I should probably get on actually testing that. But I know that you liked that Pink Lady, which I guess I probably should have picked up. That was kind of guava-ish, right?
I love it. I just don't know what to do with it. Delicious.
Is it on Vapor Stack?
I think it's at DIY Vapor Supply.
Oh, right. Everybody talks. I still haven't ordered from them yet. I know they have a ton of weird stuff. But since I've just been like, I've just been ordering new stuff when I have like, whenever we get our stuff from Bull City Flavors, like, so I just order from them like all the time.
Apexified is jonesing for some reviews. Yeah, sorry, man. I pretty much took the month off. I was just getting really burnt out, and I had a bunch of other projects I needed to do some work on. I'll be back at it at some point.
Adam can't get his camera to connect to his PC. Ugh. Bummer, dude.
Ooh,
I'd offer to help, but I have a toddler's understanding of how these things work. So, which is why we still use Google Hangouts, because it's like the de facto click on the link thing.
That pineapple smells. I think it's like technically called like Mullenberry Funky Pineapple. It does smell a little funky, but we'll see how it tastes.
Like musky. Like everybody talks about how great Vape Train Sugarloaf pineapple is, and it is a really like super authentic pineapple, but there's like a musk to it that I pick up that I can't shake.
Until you've tried Wonder Flavors Ripe Galia Melon, you don't know what musk is.
I have tried the ripe Galia Melon.
Musky.
But their Saskatoon berries was way muskier.
Even I haven't opened that one yet. Now I'm scared.
Go open it right now. I want you to open it and smell it on camera.
On camera. Okay.
Yeah, I want to see your face.
It's right over here.
Hilarious. It's actually pretty good, but the smell is like, it's just so fucking weird, man.
Well, the Galia melon smells just like a butthole.
Dude, Graham pointed that out to me. Like, shout out to Graham for saying like ripe butthole melon. So,
but it's not like a dirty butthole. It's like a clean butthole.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just saying.
Just that lingering muskiness that you can't wash off. Oh. Oh man, that smells like a roadkill carcass rotting in a bowl of jelly.
After it steeps out, it's actually a decent
raspberry jelly. Raspberry jelly roadkill. No, thank you.
It's after it steeps out, it's fine, but like it is got like an intense like aroma.
Yeah, there's something dead in there. I don't know about that one.
You have to mix it low, and it does have to steep, but it's cool. It's neat stuff, dude.
Low? You mean like 1% low?
Like 0.5% or less.
0.5% steep for a year. Got it. Okay, yeah. I'll get right on that.
Ooh. So we're talking FA yogurt rules here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, pretty much. No, it doesn't need a long steep. It just does have to steep. It's not good fresh. Like 2 weeks is fine, probably.
Okay.
It's interesting. It's not a bad flavor, but that musky, like, it's a really musky, like really, 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 really musky, and it's a little aggressive. A lot aggressive, right? I spilled it the first time because those goddamn bottles.
Oh no, that's bad.
My biggest beef with Wonder Flavors was their bottles because I hate having to fuck around with pipettes.
I still need to do something with that African horned cucumber that you sent me because I'm like entranced by it, but of the 10 mixes I've tried with it, they've all just turned to shit. So I don't know what the hell to do with it.
That thing's a bit musky too, but doesn't it? Yeah. Does it remind you of pink guava in a way?
Like kind of a weirder, riper version of pink guava, but not ripe in a good way.
Not ripe in a good way. No. You know, good is relative. I just wanted to see if it reminded you of it.
So I noticed a lot of the fruits, especially like the weird exotic ones, have like an overripe tone to them. Which is part of what causes like that awkward muskiness and all. But yeah, a lot of the Saskatoon berries, the ripe melon, the African horned cucumber. There's another one too that was weird. I can't remember what it is now.
Do you think they'd be good for using real low to sort of like lend some of that ripeness to other fruits that seem to be missing it?
Yeah, that's where I was going. So I don't think that I don't know about their value as like a primary flavor, but I think in the accent range, like 0.25%, 0.5%, like I think there's some potential there because you can get like more ripe stuff out of them.
I could see that melon ripening a cantaloupe flavor pretty nicely, and there are some cantaloupe flavors that need that.
Yeah, like Capella's cantaloupe, which is a really, really, really good cantaloupe, but it's like kind of falls flat in the realism department.
I feel like you could use it with melons a lot, like people use TPA's papaya.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that makes sense a lot.
But with less of that, yep, there's papaya in here kind of thing.
Yeah, less of like that papaya assault, but some of that same like kind of ripeness and depth.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's some real potential there. But I just haven't had the chance. I ended up getting like 3 companies full lines at the same time I got Wonder Flavors, and Frank sent them to me like only like 3 weeks after I got the Flavora line. So I just got like I got crammed with a ton of stuff all at once, so I haven't had a chance to get through any. My backlog is ridiculous. It's like 500 flavors probably.
Shout out to the chat MVPs pushing us above 1,000 Facebook likes. And yes, that is something I've actually said in real life now, and I need to go take a shower.
Good morning. Oh, Wizards of having a sale this weekend? I didn't know that. Did you get the code, Rory? Put it in chat. If you did.
Was that for the one-shots too, or just like the straight flavors?
I don't know. I didn't look. Take 20. I think it's for the one-shots too.
All right, cool. Probably when they say flavors, they probably just mean it isn't like nicotine and stuff.
Right, and labware and all that. They sell a lot of other stuff too. So,
you know what? I don't have enough useless chunks of plastic. Let's buy some labware.
I'd actually like to get a couple of like nice, like heavy borosilicate, like beakers, like the big wide mouth ones.
I think the only piece of labware I use on a regular basis, I have like a 500 milliliter like borosilicate flask that I use to make sure that bigger batches are mixed up all the way.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I would like to get a few of them, but I had some, but I don't know where they are. I don't know. I have like two, like steel ones that I use for when I run the homogenizer because it's huge, but God, do a shitty review of each.
This is a thing that exists. Just no comment.
Pipette pump. I do have an auto pipette. It's not bad. I like it. They're expensive though, so I mean, unless you use them all the time, I really wouldn't recommend paying the $200 for one. And they don't work very good with like thicker stuff. So, yeah. But plus, they're getting the tops off all the. I mean, all that shit's in like tiny little squeeze bottles anyway, so there's no point in messing around with pipettes if I don't have to. Wonder Flavors is like the only company that still uses like the weird top bottles. I heard they switched to like a dripper top thing too.
And I'm sitting here using a pipette right this second to drip my funky pineapple on some fresh cotton. So
there we go. There we go.
I like pipette. Like I get that it's a pain in the ass or whatever, but I literally just keep like a container of pipettes right next to my mixing station. I bought like 2,000 pipettes for like $10 a while ago, and they've been handy.
No, I keep them around. Definitely, they're helpful. There was a Philibora interview on Fresh's show. Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah. Bryson was on there. It was a good watch. I mostly just watched it so I could give Bryson shit.
Yeah, if I would have known, I would have made sure to be available and jump in chat and make fun of him. As long as he didn't like. Oh, what? Can't. I just lost my train of thought. So there we go.
That's okay. This funky pineapple isn't bad. It doesn't like it's not like a bad pineapple. Like there's bad pineapples out there. It seems a little like dry to me. Like I'm not getting a bunch of juiciness, but it feels like the flavor profile is a lot like Cap's Golden Pineapple, but a little bit less juicy. But it also isn't like aggressively candied like some of the other pineapples. Seems fairly legit. I think I'm testing it at 8% here. I haven't found a ton of information on the Mullenberry flavors, but 8% doesn't seem to be completely overwhelming.
Yeah, it's funny, Graham. We were just talking about that after the last show we did all together. So, like we did the format, where we have a whole series of all the videos that we've recorded here in the past, like where we had like a specific set of like information to put out, but we do it while doing that. We hit kind of like a point where if we wanted to continue putting out content like that, we really felt like we would just be like repeating ourselves a whole bunch, and that's not fucking fun, right? Like doing a second episode about nicotine safety or whatever, like or layering flavors and all that other stuff. Like, we're certainly available to talk about that during the show, but like the whole purpose of the show is for us to interact with you guys like directly. So it's just more productive for everybody, for us, and it keeps us from getting bored and burned out, right? Like interacting with you guys, because the whole purpose, like, we're only here for you guys anyways, not just to like stroke our knowledge ego all over the camera, right? I could do that on Chatterbait, like the guys in chat are talking about.
Oh no, that's exactly why I'm here, is just to make myself feel pretty. So
right, exactly, right. Like I'm just here to interact with you guys and talk and stuff. Like I'm
just here to make y'all look pretty by comparison.
It's true. It's true. It's true. It's not true, Dave. You're a handsome fella.
Reasonable, insane.
That wasn't Bryson. That was Brandon, Rory. If you're talking about the infamous penis review with Wayne. Right. Poor Wayne, stuck in a room with that thing for an hour on camera, wondering if he was going to survive the coming activity.
Like gay panic aside, you say it like it's a bad thing, my dude.
No, there's no panic at all. Brandon's he's a handsome man.
Like I'm cool with it.
It's all good. Lordy. What pineapple do you think is the most authentic and is funky pineapple nearest?
This is literally my first time tasting it, and DeMillen's talking about using it at 0.3% a mix, so who the hell knows what. Like, I'm probably way high on this. So excluding this because I don't really have a good baseline for it yet. In terms of authenticity, I like Inhaweara's pineapple for like a more subtle pineapple. It just won't ever stand up in front of a mix, so you're stuck like
it's
trying
pineapple
to
juice, but without the pineapple.
Yeah, it's such a weird flavor, and it's probably like the least artificial to me. I think if I wanted Koppel's musk issue aside, I think if I wanted like a bright pineapple that isn't quite battery acid, I really liked that Sugarloaf pineapple. I also use a lot of Cap's Golden Pineapple just because it is legit juicy. So the most realistic pineapple is probably a combination of like 3 pineapples, and that's a horrible answer, but it'd be my guess.
No, that's fair. I mean, when you're trying to hit something like authenticity in a recipe, right, for vaping, like there isn't like, I can't think of a single flavor that I can just like have one flavor that I pull out of the box and like that's the only one I need if I want to hit authenticity, because each company has like a pretty wide like interpretation of what pear should taste like, right? Now there's a few standouts, but generally speaking, you almost always end up having to layer if you're trying to get like an authentic flavor. Like there's no mango that I can just dump in a bottle and have it be just mango, right? Like without it needing something else, or it'll just get boring, or it won't taste. It'll be one dimensional and flat and kind of meh. Rory. I do like Flavora pineapple. I don't know if it's one of the cheap ones or not. I can't remember. But yeah, I think
it's one of the $5.49 ones.
Oh, okay, that's not so bad. But I do use like golden pineapple to like as a base to build on them. Dave was about to, yeah, he did have that face when I mentioned mango.
I like Flavora pineapple, but there is quite a bit of banana in there, so it works pretty well with like tropical fruit mixes. It's a little dicey to use as a straight pineapple unless you're kind of accounting for that banana.
It's kind of a green banana too, though.
Yeah, it's almost like the banana note in jackfruit too. Yes,
it's probably the same molecule.
Well, I'm positive it's the same molecule. There's no way it's not. I mean, jackfruit. I mean, it's basically like banana and pineapple, anyways, right? Like they're pretty similar flavors.
There's something else in there that gives it like a peachy mango sort of something, but yeah, it's basically
it's probably linalool, dude.
Banana.
Yeah, it's one of those flavors that like I honestly like Flavora pineapple. It's just you have to account for it. And you kind of have to build around it as opposed to just saying, "Hey, I need a pineapple. Let's grab this one." It's kind of its own deal.
Yeah.
Like Rory's saying, it's Flora pineapple is hard to mix with. Yeah, I mean, it tastes good. You just have to know what you're getting into.
Did you try the Vape Train pineapple juice yet?
Yes, I think I did. I wasn't super impressed by it. It felt kind of flat to me. It didn't have too much in the way of brightness or acidity, and I didn't really get too much juiciness from it. I mean, it tasted like a pineapple. It just wasn't particularly charming, I want to say. But I mean, it was okay. It didn't taste bad. It didn't taste like what Dave's famous description of like somebody running over a pile of burning onions like Flavor Arts. So,
right, yeah, Flavor Art pineapple is probably the biggest travesty in the flavor industry. Aside from there.
It might be, yeah.
It's so tragic, right? Because the worst thing is that when I opened tea at Flavor Art pineapple and I smelled it the first time, like it smelled fantastic, and then I tried to vape it, and it was a terrible experience. I was super pumped up, and then I vaped it, and I had a bad day.
Green onions and burnt tires?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it was just awful. And I've asked them about that in the past, and they were like, "Yeah, we know it's bad." Like maybe, I don't know. It's like, all right, well, I mean, if you know it's bad, at least that's cool.
So you got that going for you. I don't know. I feel like the biggest travesty in the flavoring industry is FA Blackberry, because some of you people still stand up for that flavor. Nobody stands up for FA Pineapple, but FA Blackberry still has people who will say, it's okay if you do X, Y, and Z. It is not.
Okay, burn it. Burn it.
Yeah, it's a pretty, Blackberry FA is pretty rough. If you dilute it, I guess it's okay, but not really. Like,
Rick, how bad was the
There's just there's so many other ways to hit the same thing without having to fuck around, right? Like, I'd rather just use Capella's Blackberry or Flavor West's. Both of those Blackberries are perfectly reasonable and they're good.
What was the smell of the room like when you burned that Flavor Art Blackberry?
Well, I was outside. Like, I planned ahead. But I will say the smell of the Flavor Art Blackberry overpowered the smell of the trash can it went into. So my trash can outside smelled like Flavor Art Blackberry for a month.
Yeah, it is terrifyingly potent. Like, terrifyingly potent. We got here a question.
If you did that inside, it probably would have killed your hamster.
Such a thing as good banana puree or solid banana flavoring. Yeah, Wonder Flavor's banana puree is pretty good. Flavora's banana is really, really good, but it fades. And I think my two favorite bananas is our Hangson banana and the new Vape Train banana custard or banana cream or whatever it is.
It's banana custard, but it's not a custard.
It's not really a custard. It's more like
really good banana flavor though.
It is fantastic. And they have another banana too that I haven't got to. Like, they have a shisha banana that smells really good, but I haven't tried it yet. And then they have another one. But Vape Train banana custard is just fucking fantastic. I think it's my new favorite right now.
If you let go of the idea of it being a custard, it's a poorly
as long as you just forget
poorly named wonderful banana flavor.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah. So what I feel like is they probably built it on a custard base, like molecularly, and then when the banana got in there, like, it just took over, right?
And that's why it's so ripe and mushy and yummy without being gross.
So hopefully Theo will come through on my fried plantains request soon. If you're watching, Theo.
Is there a flavor manufacturer that you're in contact with that you haven't asked for that?
No. I asked all of them.
Someday.
But Theo's the only one that actually took the bait and went for it, because I told them I didn't think they could do it.
Oh, you challenged his flavor manhood.
I did.
Never dare an Australian.
Right, exactly. I did see. That's what I was banking on, right? Like, I knew that if I was just like, well, no one else can do it, so I don't think you can either. And then he was just like, really? Right.
And I don't actually know anything about Australians. It just seems like a nation of people I wouldn't dare to do something.
Because it's going to get done. Right? I mean, I assume so.
Oh, hey, Dave. So before all the flavors stopped working for me with the actual tagging people, you're one of the few mixers I actually follow on all the flavors. Tell us about Viserion. Are you doing like this Game of Thrones thing? Is that your thing now?
I mean, it just fit because of all the dragon fruit in there, and I've done it before, and so it just kind of it's a thing I do about once a year for the past 3 or 4 years.
This looks pretty good, man.
It's
Vanilla
really
swirl.
freaking tasty, and I wasn't really going to share it with anyone. I showed it to a couple of people, but I really was just going to keep it to myself. And then I was like, it's got 19% flavor in there. So like all the people who are mixing like that and are afraid to share their stuff because people will make fun of them, I felt like I needed to throw something out there for them. Like, hey, I'm with you guys too sometimes.
I have all this stuff. Maybe I'll make it later. Ballsy going to 6% flavor West Blueberry. It usually goes like straight to plastic when you go over 3, but I could see where the vanilla swirl and the Effie lemon could cut that back a little bit.
I just kept cranking it up and it kept working. And started at 3, I think. Yeah, started at 3. And, just make revisions, make batches, and eventually it got up to almost 6%. And that's where I said, okay, this is as full as this blueberry is going to get probably before it gets out of control. And the overall flavor percentage here is really high now, and I'm just going to let it stay there.
Hans asked if anybody's experimented with spices or Indian food flavor mixes in their mixes.
Lord.
I like cardamom a lot, like Flavor Out cardamom, and then Inawera's Shisha Punch are both really spectacular. I think they're really good. They're good. They're great in bakeries or with like citrus fruits like oranges and stuff.
Have you tried that recipe with the cardamom and Scott from All the Flavors?
Yeah, the Dumbo Ears one. I still haven't mixed it up, and I probably should. I recently busted. Yeah, I recently busted back into my cardamom because of RY4 Asian, and I've been screwing with that with some cinnamon Cylon too, because already Ceylon is a Battlestar Galactica thing. That's fine.
Good enough.
But I've been screwing with that because like that FA cinnamon already kind of tastes like curry, so I was just messing with that. So
doesn't it taste like you had some kind of curry with cinnamon in it, and you extracted all the cinnamon from the curry, but you just couldn't get rid of every last bit of that sort of curry essence that it absorbed?
What was the name of that recipe?
It's like Dumbo Ears, I want to say. Something like that. Like Scott has like 2 recipes on there if you just look for him as a mixer.
Yeah, but I can't remember how to spell this fucking thing. I found it though. Palmiers. Inawera biscuit, Flavor Out cardamom, FA Joy at 2%. Whoa.
Scary, right?
Living dangerous. Did anybody try it? It's got a lot of good reviews.
I liked it. The only thing the only beef I had with it was he calls it a little touch of cardamom. That is not a little touch of cardamom. That is quite a bit of cardamom. But it's,
half a percent is a shitload.
But it's tasty. I could not believe that 2% Joy was not terrible.
Yeah, that's good.
But when you put that spice
as far as like other like more traditional savory food spices, I haven't messed around too much since harking back to the old Bloody Mary days. Rest in peace, C. Winthrop, wherever you are.
He drove himself right off the deep end with that.
He did. But he did get a good barbecue sauce recipe out of it. You remember that?
I never mixed it. I know some people have. You have, right? Brett Dastardly loved it.
It was terrifyingly authentic and not nearly as bad as I thought it would be.
I mean, barbecue sauce because the problem I think with these savory flavors, there are 2 problems. One is no salt. In real life, they need salt. You can't get the salt in the vape, so that kind of makes it kind of gross. The other reason is because the inherent sweetness of VG.
Yeah, it totally fucks everything up.
It just fucks everything up when you try for savory. But barbecue sauce is really sweet anyway, underneath all the spices and stuff. There's a shitload of high fructose corn syrup in most barbecue sauces.
Yeah, a ton of it.
And if you just think of as VG as being corn syrup, that's why it doesn't usually work. But barbecue sauce I could definitely see working. Anything that's heavily corn syrup based, you could, even if it's something you generally associate with savory, you could probably translate to a vape.
See, and that's when you bust out the FA pineapple for the barbecue sauce vape.
There you go. A teriyaki sauce vape, you could do that. That could be a thing.
Teriyaki sauce vape. Ooh. Now we're getting to the realm of decaying weirdness, right? Do you guys remember decaying flavors? Did you guys ever try them? Or is that before your time?
I remember hearing about that. I never tried them. No.
They had the weirdest shit, man. Like hot dogs and fucking.
I do have some one-on-one teriyaki here, but I haven't been brave enough to try it yet.
Kind ground raspberry sweet, TPA raspberry sweet, tastes like ketchup.
It has a ketchup-y note to it. It doesn't actually overtly taste like ketchup. Look what that did from sitting on the side of the bottle. Can you see that?
What the fuck is that?
You see that right there?
What flavor is that?
That is one-on-one teriyaki.
Oh my god!
Dear God!
Did you vape it before?
I'm afraid to. No, we have 10 minutes. You want me to live mix some and?
Yeah, I tear it up. I want to see this.
The thing is, I can't. It's got that solids on the side, and I can't get it to.
Dance, monkey, dance.
Dance, monkey. Do it anyways. We'll even run late. I don't even care. I want to see.
I mean, you can't let me come on your show and talk about backdoor sluts juice.
Chocolate starfish and teriyaki. There we go.
The least I can do is provide you with some quality entertainment, right? On the 10 milliliter bottle, I definitely don't want to make too much of that.
Okay, so we had a question. Thoughts on all kinds of vinegars? They are delicious, and I use them in salad dressings. It doesn't seem like a good idea to put them in a juice.
All kinds of vinegars? Oh yeah. You can actually use vinegar in juice, but I mean it doesn't do what you think it would. So you can use it the same way you would use like apple cider vinegar, right?
Why did I just put nicotine in this? It's not like I'm gonna finish it.
You are now, boy. Committed. You're fucking committed.
Can't waste the nick, right? That was just dumb.
And Adam, I am definitely pro thoughts in general. Just saying.
Good lord. How does this happen like every time? Like the last 20 minutes we just devolve into a bunch of filthy old perverts, right?
I'm just saying, do your thing. I ain't gonna judge.
Balsamic is your favorite salad. I like malt vinegar for salad the best, I think.
Balsamic is okay.
Malt vinegar is for fish and chips.
Malt vinegar is for fucking everything. You shut your whore mouth.
Balsamic is okay. I just feel like it's really, really overused. It's really overpowering, and people are super liberal with it. I think it works well in lower dosages with like red wine vinegar for actually the body and the acidity, because if you get enough acidity from balsamic vinegar, it's going to be like rancid sweet. So if you're actually going for like the right acidity balance, you got to add something to cut the balsamic.
Oh wait, I'm putting some PG in there.
Yeah. To answer your question about apple cider vinegar being the only one that will brighten fruit, no, there are 1,000 ways for you to brighten a fruit recipe without having to use vinegar. And apple cider vinegar will fuck up your coils. So it's really it's an old thing from like way back in the day when people were fucking mixing with like terrible fucking flavorings at 25% in a fucking shitty ego pen, or squirting the shit on an old fucking Karcho pad, right? Like it's not really something that's like reasonable to do anymore.
It smells just like Kiko Man.
We have way better tools available to us now than we did when people were still talking about using apple cider vinegar. It's really just, I mean, it can work sometimes, kind of for tobaccos, but there's still better answers for tobaccos now, and tobacco flavorings have come like light years from where they were back in the day, right? So the reason people were adding apple cider vinegar to old tobaccos was because they were dry and shitty, and it was like vaping a fucking ashtray that somebody pissed in and left out for a week in the sun. Okay, it's just not like, it wasn't good. But we have way better tobaccos available. We have way better everything available. There's just no real reason. So that's my speech there. Fuck apple cider vinegar. It's not worth it. It's not worth the trouble.
We're serious people with serious thoughts on mixing. Now watch this man vape soy sauce.
Right. Pharmacy MG, yeah, FA Violet is nice with everything. I think it's one of my favorite flavors, like top 10 of all time.
I hope Wayne doesn't watch this show.
No, that's not true, Graham. A lot of companies use apple cider vinegar with fruits and all kinds of other stuff too. Before citric and malic acid and sour mixes and stuff like that came around, apple cider vinegar was pretty popular.
Wayne doesn't watch this show, does he?
Nah.
Okay, good.
Probably not. Why?
Well, because after a year of doing Noted, I told him I wanted a raise, right? And he's paying me $0. So what's a raise from $0? But I told him I wanted 10 milliliter bottles. Because I was going through, I go through like 100 of them every 5 or 6 weeks, right? Just for that show. So I told him I want bottles and I'll just use them for the show. But
now you're using one for this.
This is obviously not for the show.
You're just misappropriating.
I'll reimburse you one 10 milliliter bottle.
You have to reimburse Wayne Walker. It's his 10 milliliter bottle that I'm about to, misappropriate funds here. I'm basically embezzling right now. Speaking of Wayne Walker, that's his watermelon flavor in there. I don't want to drip on top of that teriyaki, do I? Teriyaki watermelon.
Watermelon. Is that good?
Yeah,
I didn't ever try it.
It's really good. Yeah, it's quite tasty. The only thing I would say about it is he, talked about how authentic it was, and it really is not a candy watermelon, but there's apple in there helping that watermelon out, and you can taste the apple. To me, it tastes like a real, natural, perfectly ripe chunk of watermelon flesh that you have doused with applesauce for whatever strange reason, which is delicious, of course, but kind of odd.
Yeah, out of the Liquid Barn one shot so far, the watermelon's definitely been my favorite. But I like fruitier vapes, and there's a big like lean towards like custards and creams and stuff in there.
Right. Yeah.
Did you try the? I probably shouldn't open this can of worms again. Never mind.
We're learning discretion. I'm proud of us.
People who watch Noted know what I'm talking about.
$2 for the bottle fund from Apexify. And you didn't even ask me to take off any clothes. I like Apexify.
Nice. Milani's always in here giving us money trying to get our shirts off.
I'll take off anything anybody wants for the right price.
That's good to know.
You're shaking your head?
Yeah. Vape Torch, you can get, I think it's like a 200 pack from fucking dropper bottles for like next to nothing.
Isn't this your YouTube that super chat?
Yeah.
You're not a very good pimp, man.
Gotta drive that price up.
Just saying. I was talking about, he said he scored 110 milliliter bottles or whatever, tester bottles from eBay, but you can get them from dropper bottles. It's way cheaper.
All right, here goes the teriyaki.
Here we go, guys. This is how we're going to wrap it up.
Shake and vape, 2% one-on-one teriyaki with a weird brown stripe in the bottle from where it's settled. And yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just Kikkoman teriyaki sauce diluted with some PG. I'm probably going to die now.
Oh, it was nice knowing you, dude.
We'll miss you, Dave.
That I didn't get all the watermelon out of there. It tastes like beef jerky, like teriyaki beef jerky. I'm not grossed out by this at all.
So it's not like rancid or anything. Like it's like a legit kind of beefy flavor, like without tasting gross.
Legit, yeah. It tastes like teriyaki beef jerky.
You're gonna have to destroy your atomizer now, though. So
maybe not as beefy as beef jerky, but it's the same kind of teriyaki. Like it's not fresh out of the bottle. It's like teriyaki it's beef jerky. I don't know. It's good.
See, that doesn't sound completely awful. Like I'd be worried they were gonna like make it taste like rancid or too fatty or anything. But if it's just like a smack of beef.
So Flavor Arts roast beef.
It's just like you chewed on a bunch of teriyaki beef jerky and then you swallowed it already, and it's the spit that's left in your mouth after that.
All right. Yeah, now he's gonna vape it all.
It's good. Yeah.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing you use Nick.
Yeah. Otherwise, exactly.
Yeah, Hans, it's from One on One.
That is so fucking Texas. Yeah, I'm vaping beef jerky.
Right?
It's good. I like it. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to put a few drops. It's not scientific anymore because I've already taken some out. I won't know the exact amount. But I think I'm going to put a few drops of Flavor Heat in here.
Chris, yeah, that's correct.
I like it.
Walt from Real Flavors left all the Facebook groups because somebody threatened to come to his office, and I don't know.
Oh
What?
Jesus, that's insane.
Yeah,
Okay.
he posted about it a few days ago, or over the weekend.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's messed up. Why?
Yeah. I guess some guy that was apparently a fan.
The crazed fan?
Yeah, like tried to add him on Facebook, and Walt didn't add him because he didn't know who he was. And then the guy messaged him and was like he posted some of the messages, and they were really shitty. Like, yeah, it was really, really shitty. Like, he said some pretty nasty things about like Walt running around and like sucking Facebook group admins' dicks to get his flavor sold, and whatever. I don't know. It was pretty shitty. And then he's like, just wait till I come.
God, people are nuts.
Wait till I find you at your office. Like, shit's coming or whatever.
So
Walt posted, and he's like, I'm really sorry, guys, because I love hanging out, but like this isn't safe, so I have to back away.
That's really sad.
That's really shitty. So, Walt, if you're watching, you're all right. You're all right, dude.
Sorry for those things I said about your melons.
Sometimes I'm not a big fan of Real Flavors, actual flavors, but
that Walt, not that was Frank.
yeah,
Real Flavors,
Walt from
actual
the
flavors. I'm not sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry that happened, but I'm not sorry for the things I said.
Right.
I'm sorry that Real Flavors happened. Yeah, but no, that's the next level shit.
A lot of people love their flavors. I mean, if people like them, that's great. Like I just couldn't get around how thin they were.
I bet that little bit of watermelon that was left in there was contributing to that meatiness. But how much heat? I like beef jerky with like little specks of little jalapeno seeds all over it.
Right.
If it doesn't have the little jalapeno seeds, I don't really want it. But how much heat do you think I should put in here?
Oh, Flavora heat?
Yep.
Oh, like in a 10 ml bottle, like 1 or 2 drops, dude.
10 ml bottle with some taken out. Rick?
I mean, you're vaping fucking beef jerky, man. Like,
I'm thinking like 4 drops.
Yeah, like 3-4 drops.
All right, I mean, go for it.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I saw the actual textgram.
That was actual 5. That'll be fine. It's fine.
But yeah, I don't know. It sucks though. It sucks that people do that to each other, like in this like relatively human like community, right? Kind of. Right? We're almost like people. There's a few lizard folks around.
I'm shaking stuff up. Am I supposed to be making creepy eye contact now? Is that how that works?
I'm into it. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
How can I?
Okay, it's probably shaking up now.
I missed my chance. I was gonna try to like force the thing where it only shows you for a minute, but I missed it. Drops of WS-23 in Jaeger bombs. I don't know how I feel about that.
You are an amazing weirdo, sir. Never change.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for it. There's no way I could drink Jaeger bombs, but pretty sure.
I kind of like the fact it's spelled Jaeger like Chuck Yeager.
Yeah, that's good.
Somebody needs to come up with a drink honoring aviation pioneer Chuck Yeager. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, Rick, you need to get on this.
Oh God, the teriyaki, the spicy teriyaki.
One-on-one teriyaki and Flavor Heat. Spicy teriyaki. It's amazing.
That doesn't sound that bad. I vape some dumb shit. That doesn't sound bad.
I vape Flavor Art roast beef for like 2 days, dude. It's delicious. I never use that atomizer again. It's in retirement.
Roast beef could probably. I don't really care for this atomizer that much. It's at Loop RDA. You like that one, Rick?
It's okay. I've been using it like mechanically, like I think it's okay. The flavor isn't great, but like it builds easily, and I like it wide open. So I've just been running it with like menthol and stuff like that because I do vape a lot of menthol, so I've kind of relegated to menthol duty.
Which RDA?
The Loop RDA by Geek Vape.
Oh, I haven't seen it. I bought the Blitz or whatever, the Ghoul RDA. I like that one a lot. I'm going to buy the Recurve now that it's back in stock. But
I'm still waiting on mine. This, yeah, that's good stuff.
Well, shit,
right.
now I got to see if DIY Vapor Supply has teriyaki because I feel like I need in on this.
I think they actually sent it to me. Whenever I managed to actually get unsorted, 1-on-1 sent me a big package like 3 months ago that I never even like got to mess with besides like 5 flavors.
You can probably pick it up on.
I'm sure DIY Vapor Supply has it.
If they don't have it, there's.
Amazon probably has it.
It makes me, yeah, Amazon probably has it. It makes me wonder if some of these other ones aren't so nasty.
Oh,
I mean, there's a barbecue. Oh, it smells like cheese.
Backdoor Sluts Hot Beef. There we go. This is.
Yeah, the Glue RDA was like a sleeper.
Shout out to some vapes for that image. Thank you.
Oh Lord. How the mighty have fallen.
No backdoor sluts beef curtains.
It writes itself.
You guys are killing me. All right, well that's our hour, guys. Thanks for coming.
Teriyaki, Fulvora Heat. Trust me.
I'm gonna go for it. Well, I have other shit I gotta do first, but yeah, I'll hit it. It's gonna be good.
You might want to wait for a few days to make sure I don't die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we should put a disclaimer on the channel now, maybe.
Or I mean, whatever. Like
yeah, whatever.
Most people have lived enough. That's fine. Just mix it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Check out our one shots and all that cool shit. It's in the description. Smash the like and subscribe button. Rick's gotta do the thing. Click on that little bell so you know we're coming. All right. Talk to you guys later. Cheers.